Good evening, my beloved Beyond the Call of Duty friends and family, and good evening to all of my beloved EOW family. It's Friday again, Friday the 9th of June, 7 o'clock or a little after. Tonight we got some exciting uh, family coming on. Uh, I met her when I first visited and showed respect for her loss of a amazing man, and she's become family. And tonight, she's also bringing a new family member on. It's a family that we're not proud of being in, but it's a family that we're going to keep on recognizing and remembering and honoring and making sure that not only their voices and words are heard, but their loved ones' names are never forgotten. I want to pass our condolences at first because we lost a family member June 1st, and her husband is an amazing individual. And this is Brianna uh, Brie Allison. She passed away June 1st at the age of 31. Her journey was marked by love, resilience, and tragic loss. She was married to Jared Allison. That's Jared right there. Officer with the Nash County Sheriff's Office, whose life was cut short with an on-duty accident on Thanksgiving evening, December 1st, 2020. Despite the profound sorrow she endured, Bree remained a beacon of strength, finding solace in her family, dedicating herself to helping others. Her light really brightened when she fell in love with Tyler Daniels, a multi talented man of outstanding character and honor who loved her very well. She possessed a remarkable sense of humor and a contagious laughter, and I got to see that even though uh, what we were meeting for was extremely tough and hard, but she did show that to all of us writers and the lives of those around her, and she brightened their lives. She was cherished for her genuine kindness and unwavering commitment to being there for others. For knowing her easygoing nature, Bree effortlessly formed connections and treated everyone she met as a friend. Her impact on her lives was touched immensely, leaving behind a vast community of friends and family to share their memories. She's an amazing woman, and she will be talked about, and will share her story. And our heart goes out to her family. Our heart goes out to her fiance. Our heart goes out to her mom. So I want to shout out to some of our continued supporters and our continued uh, sponsors. Oh, Chris did. Thanks, Chris. That's Jared. That's Jared right there in his uh, green gummy suit. That's the two of them. So thanks, Chris. Continued support from Michael D's Eatery out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. If you're ever there, please come out and try their breakfast only from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to be out there on the 24th to do a fundraiser. So please come out if you can. To Lone Wolf Harley Davidson, a big shout out to Lori and Greg for their fourth year representing and supporting us. And they're doing a huge bike night for us on the 23rd of June in Spokane Valley. So if you're around, please come out. Steve Core was one of our writers, and there's a foundation now that is set up. His love was two projects. One was Beyond the Call of Duty, and the second was the Burn Children's Foundation. There is a motorcycle rally that we're doing. We're not doing it, but the rest of the team's doing it, and the proceeds are going to be split between the two entities in honor of Steve and the organization. Want to really thank Bud Clary of Toyota Yakima for their fourth year continued support. Uh, really thank Yokes. Cannot even express. They are going above and beyond. They're not only utilizing and giving us the funds for the fourth year, but we're utilizing their businesses and using them for fundraising drives. So huge shout out to Phoenix Protective Corporation, which is our platinum, diamond sponsor, and about 60% of the cost is covered by them. So ADI Graphics, huge shout out to them. 1350, our friends out of Colorado Springs. It's a vet-owned company. Again, thank you for what you're doing. They are currently housing our 2022 banners, which will be picked up next year, and then we'll find a permanent home. So if anyone's out in Colorado Springs, go to 1350 Distilling, ask for Jake or any of the team. They will personally take you and show you all the banners that are signed by the family members and friends that are going to be going to a new home. Huge shout out to Shellkirk Construction, and obviously to our yoga guru, Jen. Thank you for everything that you do for us. Wow. So, where to even start? As I was saying, I met this young lady under circumstances that I, just don't wish anyone to be on. So she tugged at our heart, but more importantly, it's what her and her husband started it, and what they have been doing for the last umpteen years. So this young man, his name is Eric Lloyd, and out of Nevada. And Eric is an amazing individual from what he has accomplished, what he continues to accomplish. I have a small video, and I think we should do that first, and then we'll continue on to Eric. Amazing man. So Eric Lloyd served with the Metropolitan Police Department in Vegas, and Mindy he's survived by Mindy and family and grandchildren, and I've met a lot of them. He was with them for 30 years, assigned to the Force Investigation Team. He's got 2 children and 5 grandchildren and parents. They started a foundation for Nevada injured police officers. Amazing foundation, and she continues to just absolutely battle her way through it. I'm going to let her explain a lot of that. And if you're in Nevada or even around that area, please, if you can, you guys have to support this beautiful organization. Hi, Mindy.
That made me cry.
Yeah,
you did that on purpose.
I did.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, thank you. Mindy's live, and we're live, and you're an amazing person.
No,
absolutely.
Sorry.
Now, let's talk about the organization.
So it was actually formed by the late Chef John Moran in 1982. So it's I would say it's over 40 years old. Right. And Eric led the organization as the president. He's worked his way through, just like his career, he worked his way through with this organization until of his passing. And today, it's comprised of so many officers from different agencies in Southern Nevada and Northern Nevada. And amazing leadership ran by our president, Lieutenant Chelsea Stunkel. Everyone on that board continuously tries to provide and work towards the mission for the brothers and sisters of law enforcement. So every day, we pray that we will not have another tragedy, but we know that it won't be the last. And unfortunately, in the last 2 years, or just in 22, we've had to add other officers in that wall.
Yeah, we just lost this beautiful man, and you've met the family. We'll get to meet.
I knew Officer Ty. So he was an amazing human as well, very into sports, and that's how he and Eric connected. And they love sports.
Yeah.
They love what they do outside of their careers, and so and that's what makes them so amazing, is that they're able to balance life and career.
Yeah, again, sacrifices given by these beautiful men and women. Officer Ty was a police officer in Nevada, Las Vegas Metropolitan. He was killed in the line of duty October 13th, 2022. He was shot and killed while responding to a domestic disturbance on Flamingo Road about 1 o'clock. The subject opened fire from his vehicle, and Ty and his partner attempted to make contact at the intersection. Ty was struck, and the civilian were both struck by the subject's shots. Ty succumbed to his wounds as he was being transported to the hospital. As usual, the suspect, they exited and ran, and he was apprehended a few miles away. I go back, folks, to everyone I say this to. These men and women absolutely served. Officer Ty served for 23 years with the Metropolitan, and Mindy's talking about sports, and he probably coached baseball, he probably coached football, he probably gave back to the community, and they selfishly are killed. He's survived by his daughter, and
his sister she works in the AG's office in New Jersey. So wow. Because of the last minute that we couldn't get them on, because they're 3 hours ahead of us. Yeah. But I know they will follow the link after tonight, and then we'll send it to them so that they know the honor that you have given their son, their brother, and their sister, and their husband and dad.
And you'll need to remind me, Mindy, because when we start the ride next June, we will definitely spend an extra day in New Jersey if the family's there, and make sure they know what we're doing, and we'll connect there. So, shall we bring on our next guest?
Oh, she's amazing,
isn't she?
There's an actual link to she and I.
Okay.
And her husband worked for my husband when my husband was a sergeant.
Okay.
And a very well-rounded police officer.
Well, we're going to get that link. Stacy already kind of chastised me a little bit earlier, folks, because we were talking about something that's very near and dear to my heart. And you've heard me for years now. When I meet family and I meet the survivors, I remind them that they are beautiful, beautiful heroes to the beautiful heroes. And Stacy's adamantly saying no. So, Stacy, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I didn't mean to chastise you, I promise.
No, no. They all know I'm a prankster, and I know that. No, I didn't mean that in a negative way. So.
No, I know.
Well, can we talk about your beautiful husband?
Of course, I love talking about him.
This is our beautiful Justin Michael Terry, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Unfortunately, his anniversary is coming up tomorrow. His end of watch was June 10th, 22, Detective Justin was killed when a steel height restriction beam fell onto his department vehicle on US 95 Route 215 at about 7 a.m. The beam had been installed to prevent overheight vehicles from entering the construction where the new overpass was built. A tractor trailer pulling a piece of large equipment struck the beam, causing it to fall. Detective Terry served with the Las Vegas Metropolitan for 21 years, and he was assigned to the Homicide Sex Bureau. He's survived by his beautiful wife, Stacy, and their 2 sons. Show is yours. Tell us stuff that we want. Tell us stuff that our viewers know that you would want to share and not a lot of people know.
I know that everybody feels that some way about their husband. I mean, as far as they think that they're their most amazing man, but I think that my husband was the most amazing man. I mean, he was the best human being I've ever known. And there is not a negative word that could ever apply to him. I mean, he was the most selfless human being, truly, because I've never seen a man that has more control of his demeanor, even when things would challenge him, or there were people that have been unkind to him, but he always treated them with kindness. And it takes a very strong person to be able to do that. He was kind to everybody, and he would do anything for anybody. He gave more than what he got back in return. I mean, he was that kind of human being that just gave, but never expected anything in return.
Yes.
Just completely selfless,
Yeah.
and he had the most pure heart. But I think everybody knows that already. So
now
wish...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
So one of the things I don't do is talk about any of our family that we have. I call them family, but anyone that's on our memorial, I don't talk about them to the general public until I've met the family. And so this year it's been a little bit tough for us because we're not on the road and we're taking a gap year. But after today, now I will talk to everyone that will listen about him and Officer Ty and talk about who they are, because what we're trying to do is, it's not the uniform, but it's a name associated with a beautiful person that we want to talk about you. We want to talk about your children. We want to talk about what Justin actually left behind and who are you. And that's what we do with Mindy a lot. We talk about her and constantly referring people back to Mindy. We'll say, hey, Mindy, I need you to talk to a survivor we just met that needs your help. So we can't wait to see you next year.
I'm looking forward to it as well.
Yeah. Mindy, anything else you want to add?
I know we're focused on the anniversary for Justin, but we also want to remember the ones that we didn't get a chance to honor in 2021, which, when you come down this way, you're going to meet a lot of them. And I would have loved to bring them on, but it's so last minute that, we have summer vacations. Yeah. And, one of the officers that actually passed away, Officer Contreras, his brother sits on our board and is so faithful and very dedicated. I mean, that family is just, all of our officers are very dedicated to any of their brothers and sisters. But I would have loved to fill the screen more with our survivors and our family, so.
No, absolutely. We'll get them on. Yeah. Let's get to some of the comments. This is from Allison James Sylvester. Good evening, family. This is from Thomas Dill. Hello, my brother. Eddie. Good evening, Eddie. Eddie is a survivor. Remember Mindy? We brought him out to you.
Yeah.
His husband was killed in line of duty.
Hi, Sheila.
Tom was saying hi to everyone again. This man, Billy Reynolds, Stacy, let me tell you something about him. He single-handedly is the result of why Delta has an honor guard program for every law enforcement and military that comes onto a Delta plane. The caskets are draped. Billy makes sure that they are escorted from the belly. He brings the families there, and just an amazing. We firsthand got to see his work, and he's fallen in love with us because he believes that all of the survivors need to be recognized. But yeah, he's just an amazing man. So, hi, that's my aunt. This is Linda. She is a survivor, and Linda, love you. She's from Michigan, and love you immensely, and thank you for being on. Tracy is also a survivor. Her wife was killed in the line of duty, and Sullivan, and we actually have her on one of our bikes. Thanks, Billy.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I worked in the airlines, and I didn't know that they have that.
Allison. They'll start talking to themselves now. They're all talking to each other.
Stacy,
Allison's asking. Yeah.
Stacy, did you see the trailer? What they drive around the country?
For the ride?
Yes.
Yes, I did. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your husband will be on that next year.
He's
Really?
on there
Oh my
right.
gosh.
Yeah. He's on there
now.
right now.
Yeah.
Is he really? How do I get a picture of that?
We promise you we will give you a picture.
Okay, thank you. Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, so he actually is on this year. He'll also be on next year because we're doing the gap year. And
Okay.
and then the 23s will also be on next year.
Wow. Thank
So
you.
he gets to be blessed. Believe it or not, Stacy, I talk to all my heroes. Every night I'll talk to them. At the end of the day, I would sit and give them the rundown of how the day went. But after we meet the families, I would talk to each one individually and explain to them what happened that day. And what's really funny, like with Eric and Mindy had asked us, can you please bring Eric out the next year to the car show? So typically we won't do that because we're in Washington and it takes a lot, and we have to have the wraps done. It takes a month to get the wrap on. So we squeezed it in. So I got Eric back to Las Vegas in March the next year. But along the way, I was stopping and talking to Eric, saying, okay, we're going back to see your wife, and your wife's putting a big show. So let's disappoint, and let's make this worthwhile, okay? And then we arrived at the car show and spent the 2 days there and then headed back. So, but yes, I will get you a picture.
Thank you.
Tracy.
Thank you very much.
JC, we'll send you a picture of this year's car show with the other widows. I'd like for you to see them and meet them via picture. And
Absolutely.
we got to honor Stacy this year.
And you know what we may be able to do? Actually, we'll do this, Mandy, because the car show's in March. I will get the wrap done before the car show for this year's officers.
Mm-hmm.
I will bring that to your car show with both years.
Yeah.
Next year.
Okay.
So, Tracy's telling you, Mindy, what an amazing organization. Fight for the honoring these heroes. And Tracy, they absolutely jump in just like Tunnels for Towers. They come in and take care of all the bills and everything for these injured officers.
They do. What happened to Stacy?
She jumped off. She needs to jump back in. Ranger doing good. Thank you. There she is.
I'm so sorry I got cut off.
Tracy says to you, Stacy, tomorrow is the last of first. You are brave, you are strong, you're amazing. Continue to honor your husband. Your family got extremely large, and we'll always be here for you with big hugs and love.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
This is a survivor. And Donna, thank you so much. Ranger Rick. Oh, thank you, Donna. No,
Yeah.
you're amazing. So, well, great. Again, I'm sorry we had to meet this week, Stacy, but our love and heart goes out to you. How old are the kids?
The oldest one is 26 and the younger one is 19.
Anyone going to school?
No, not at this time.
If they do, please, please, please. We have scholarship programs. All you have to do is sign up, and you can be used as many times as you want.
Beautiful.
And send a letter, and there's no restrictions. It can be used for anything.
Wow.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
we decided to do something a little different because what we found was everyone wants to govern the scholarship with either it's for books or it's for the tuition. What we
Yeah.
found was that some of these kids just needed that extra $500 for food, or they just wanted a little bit of pocket change to go watch a movie in the evenings. So they can use it for whatever they want.
Wow, that's amazing.
Is there age restriction, JC?
No.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, we didn't do an age restriction at all. Also, Mindy, we were so blessed. We were able to send 40 families for a 3-day event, and we paid all the expenses. We spent a little over 40 grand on it, and just the survivors got to be with other survivors and just be themselves. So we're excited. We're going to do the similar things this year. And that's where a lot of that, just our fundraising goes to, and that's what it's for. So we are 100%, Stacey, so that you know, and you can be proud about this, 100% volunteer based. Not one person gets paid. Our attorney also donates his time, and the funding goes 100% first to the families, and then it goes to departments. If there's in the fiscal year funding left over, so last year we did have a little bit left over. 2 departments that had lost a handler and a dog over the last couple of years asked if we would purchase a dog for each department. We had enough money, so we did, and it went to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
What fiscal year do you go by? The
January to
Oh.
January to
Okay.
December 31st, because
Gotcha.
we honor the officers that died in the line of duty for that year.
Okay.
So, well, we love you both, and Mindy, I love you. I will see you soon.
I love you too, Mindy.
Okay.
Oh, tomorrow, I know it's a hard day for
Be
me
a
and
tough
you,
day.
but I'm thinking of you.
Yeah. And I know that I just want to mention one thing. I know that Mindy mentioned that we have a special link because my husband worked for her husband at some time.
Yeah.
But when Mindy and I were speaking this afternoon, I think it goes beyond that connection. Mindy and I have a connection because Eric's birthday is tomorrow and Justin's anniversary is tomorrow. So
They are
it's
looking
very,
upon, I mean, Mindy told me just off the cuff a little bit ago that, is it the lieutenant now, Mindy, in charge on the special response team that told you about the numbers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you
So-
that, Stacy?
no, what numbers?
One of Eric's best friends, he's in SWAT, and they were doing a briefing, and where they were doing their briefing was in front of a building of Eric's P number. So the address was 3955.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah.
And
So
that
he
wasn't
texted me
planned.
right
Oh my
away.
God. Oh
And he
wow.
goes, "Tell me he is not watching over me right now." And I said, "Oh my gosh."
That is amazing. Wow.
And
I love that.
we truly believe that. We can attest to it. All our writers can, because we will feel something, see something, or something will the numbers will reflect at the weirdest times, at the weirdest
Hmm.
places. And so I truly believe both of them are smiling down at both of you, and they're still watching. They're still protecting. They got called a little early to do God's work, and not going to hold that against him. But we are very jealous people, and we want our loved ones to be down here. So, but,
Yeah.
but anyway, ladies, thank you very much.
We
Thank
love you,
you.
JC.
Love you both.
Nice meeting you. Thank
Nice
you,
meeting you.
JC.
Thank you. Wow, amazing. Again, I love seeing Mindy and Stacy now being part of this. And thank you everyone for the comments and sharing those with us. Uh, again, I ask you all to just please kindly light a candle. Yeah, let's hold a candle for the weekend. Let's remember all of these men and women, but especially on anniversary dates. Let's really, and birth dates. Those are special occasions. So light a candle. Definitely do a toast for these beautiful men that we lost in 2022 from unnecessary killings and unnecessary not paying attention to an overpass, and you know how high you are and your height restriction. You know it. Pay attention. Things. Our actions can truly take away beautiful people and who they are, and just change it. So as we come to a close tonight, this this toast is going to be for two beautiful men. This is going to be for Officer Trung Tai and Detective Justin Michael Terry. I'm also going to do a happy birthday for Eric Lloyd tonight. So bless them all. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Put Bree's family in your thoughts and prayers. She's a beautiful woman, lost a beautiful husband a couple of years ago, and now she's with him. Family's hurting. If you're out and about, we do have some stuff going on quite a bit. It's also PTSD Awareness Month, so hey guys, make sure you remember that. If you see someone hurting, if you see someone talking and not being heard, give them a little time. Give them a few seconds. It's not going to cost you anything, and let's get them some help. We still have raffle tickets for this beautiful bike, so reach out to us. Let us know. Drawing is going to be September 16th. We'll be at a fundraiser on June 17th, which is for Sheriff Adam Forte. We won't be fundraising for him, but we're going to be showing everybody who these beautiful men and women are. Come out and see us this summer. We'll be out and about. Remember, as I close up tonight, God bless each and every one of you. More importantly, bless these men and women, the survivors that are lost without their loved ones. If you see a first responder this weekend, please reach out to them. Tell them you love them. It doesn't cost you anything. If they allow you to give them a hug, give them a hug. Don't run up and just jump on them, please. If you see an emergency vehicle on the side of the road, please move over, pull over, or just stop. No texting and driving, and no drinking and driving. God bless each and every one of you. Love you all. Have a good night.